praise the Lord, Hanzo's storm arrows are being nerfed. Good God. And there is also some Overwatch League information concerning the version of the game they'll be playing on in Stage 4. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosis. So, let's take a look at this because Jeff Goodman has been on the official forums and he has commented on a post where some guy's going, Hanzo's storm arrows are insane. And Jeff's saying, yes, we're going to nerf them and this is how we're going to do it. So let's check this out. So this is what he says. We've been testing some nerfs internally and have decided to make a change for the upcoming patch. We're reducing the damage per arrow from 80 to 70, which not only drops them out of the one-shot territory for 200 HP heroes with damage boost, but also drops them out of the one-shot range for 150 heroes such as Tracer and the Diva Pilot. Now this is huge, right? Because think about Hanzo. There's actually a video going out on the channel later on today where I discuss Hanzo in quite a bit of detail. But Hanzo's issue is he puts out really good damage at long range, really good damage at close range. He's got high mobility as well. So he doesn't really have that much of a weakness. Like you would think Hanzo, if you got really close to him, it would be difficult for him to deal with you. But now he can just, well, activate storm arrows and fire them all over the place, and generally it'll do quite a lot of damage to the heroes that get close to him. Now, if a Winston jumps onto a Hanzo, you just pop storm arrows and absolutely annihilate him, because remember, storm arrows, they headshot. Yeah, and if you've got the damage boost as well, which you might have from the Mercy or even from the Bongo from Orisa, you're going to do absolute massive damage there, right? Which is insane. And remember, you get the headshot multiplier as well, and you still get that. They're not nerfing that just yet. So if a Tracer tries to take you on, or maybe not so much a Genji, although it does apply to a Genji, because Genji can still deflect, and that will still obviously cause a problem for you using storm arrows. But if Tracer tries to jump on top of you, all you do is pop storm arrows and then just fire. It's like a massive splurge. It's like arrows everywhere, and some of them will hit Tracer. Some of them might hit her in the head. If they do, well, then she's pretty much dead, right? Because of headshot damage multipliers. And of course, if you are being damage boosted as well, you're just going to do more damage. It's pretty ridiculous. So what Jeff's proposing here is they reduce the damage by 10, and that means that you won't be able to just one-shot people with storm arrows. Now, you're still going to do a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, because it just means you need to hit them again. And storm arrows fires really fast, so you can still pepper shots into people. So I still think it's going to be a massively powerful ability. He does go on to say this, though. The ability will still be very strong overall. I mean, yeah. But this change should help mitigate the most frustrating element of fighting against it. We're looking at getting this up onto the PTR soon. So, yeah, a frustrating thing in Overwatch is just being instantly deleted. So, this means you won't be deleted as fast, but you're still going to be deleted stupidly fast. Now, there was somebody else who asked Jeff about Ultimate Charge, because if you guys remember, I've actually spoke a bit about Ultimate Charge and Hanzo, and in fact, there's a video coming out later on, like on the channel, where I do talk about Hanzo's Ultimate Charge, and it's more to do with like the way the meta's gone right now and all of that stuff, but I do touch on Hanzo, and you will see that later on, but just to sum that up, is I would like to see Hanzo's Ultimate Charge rate reduced. Now, Jeff actually says here, we've talked about this as well, but changing a hero's damage already affects their ult charge. If it still seems too frequent after Storm of Arrows lands in a good place, we can look at it again. So what they're doing here is it's sort of a minor nerf to Hanzo. They're going to reduce his damage from 80 to 70 with Storm Arrows, so it'll only do 70 per hit, per body shot that is. It'll still headshot, so you'll still get the multiplier there, but that will also mean you won't charge ultimate as fast because you're not doing as much damage overall. So we'll have to see how that works out. I still think he needs more than this because this is only a little minor sort of change, if you get what I'm saying. Anyway, let's talk about Overwatch League. So Nate Nanza, the boss man, the big commissioner of Overwatch League, he put out an update yesterday on Overwatch League Stage 4. Now remember, Stage 4 starts today, and this is what he says in the update, and I'm going to read this off. It's a little bit of a wall of text, but I'm going to read it off, guys, so get ready for this. Recently, there's been a lot of discussion as to which patch Stage 4 of the Overwatch League will and should be played on, 1.22 or 1.23. Now, just to clarify, 1.22, that's the patch where Brigitte was introduced to the game, and it's the patch with old Hanzo. But it's also the patch where Brigitte's shield bash is really OP. Like, it hits everybody. It's, like, totally OP. 1.23, that's the patch where they nerfed Brigitte's shield bash, but that's also got new Hanzo, all right? So let's carry on. The League and the developers share the goal of Overwatch League play being on the latest patch possible, with certain exceptions. One is if there would be it would be unfair to introduce a patch mid-stage in the heat of competition. That's why the patch that reworked Mercy that went live in Stage 1 didn't appear in Overwatch League until Stage 2. Another reason is if we feel a new hero or a significantly reworked hero hasn't been available for our teams to practice long enough in advance of the start of the stage. Tournament stability is a third reason. A potential bug exists in 1.23 which inhibits the ability to accurately resume play on an escort map should a pause or disconnect occur. It should be noted that the Overwatch League version of any patch is distinct from the live patch. The developers have been working hard to find a fix in time for Overwatch League players to prepare, but thus far they have been unable to do so to the degree of certainty that we would require for the league. As such, given the paramount importance of tournament stability, Stage 4 will be played on patch 1.22. Okay, so this means old Hanzo, and it means brand new Brigitte with the shield bash. Now, there's a couple of ways of looking at this. Hanzo is being nerfed right now, as I've just covered in this video, so it would be silly to put the massively OP Hanzo into the game. But it's also kind of silly to put the OP Brigitte into the game, which they're going to do anyway. But my problem with all of this stuff is there isn't really a right answer. Like, I can sit here and be like, well, no, I want it on the current patch. I think most people, most fans of Overwatch, maybe not like die-hard fans of Overwatch League, would want to see the current version of the game being played on live because there's disconnect, right? It seems weird when you go into, I mean, Stage 1 example that Nate gives is you know, that makes sense. It felt really, really weird to me watching Mercy in Stage 1. Because that wasn't the Mercy that we had on the live servers for months. Like, well, not for months, for weeks. It was like, what the hell? That was really off-putting, and it was a bit strange. So what we're going to get this time is the old Hanzo, which again is going to look strange. We probably won't see that much of Hanzo because he's not really played that much in Overwatch League. But maybe we might have done if we had the new Hanzo, which then it would be more up-to-date and the average player would, you know, relate more to it. Also, as well, you would imagine that Overwatch League teams and players, they are the best at this game. They would be the players who would be, you know, able to adapt fast to this meta and changes to the game. But the thing is, the way it works, and because I've got internal knowledge of the way Spitfire works, and this probably extends to other Overwatch League teams as well, is you have to prepare. So you need to know in advance what's going to happen, and then you prepare on that patch, right? You prepare for a week, 2 weeks, then you go into the stage, and then you start playing on it, then you adapt during the stage. What's alarming to me with this is Nate's only made this announcement a day before it starts, but I do know, and I do have this on authority, and good authority at that teams have already been practicing on 1.2 anyway, so, well, 1.22. So it's not like they're going into this like, oh God, we've had a day of practice, what the hell? We don't know what's going on. Teams would have been preparing anyway, preparing with Brigitte, not with new Hanzo, but with Brigitte. But I don't know, you guys let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I think Overwatch League is brilliant. I really enjoy watching it, but I don't think they do the best job of making it relatable to just like the average player of the game. And you think Jeff said there's 40 million players on Overwatch. Well, we don't get 1 million viewers on Overwatch League, do we? Which you might suggest that probably we should be getting close to. Maybe that's because the average user just isn't that interested in it because maybe it's not the right patch, maybe it feels a little bit disconnected, maybe there's too many games, maybe it's on at the wrong time, which for Europe, it's abysmally timed. I mean, I can't understand why, but whatever. So there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylish from this unit. It's been an Overwatch news update. Hanzo's getting nerfed, and Overwatch League Stage 4 is going to be running on the old Hanzo new Brigitte patch. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Toodaloo.